to get a manicure. Perfect. Okay, let me get the dust collector out here. All right, so let me go ahead and put my bit on. And since we're removing bulk, I'm just going to do one of my bigger bits here. Get this changed. Okay, we'll use my X-Cut from Young Nails. Hello, everybody coming in. Just come on in. We're about to start our live. I'm going to start with removing her gel. Let me go ahead and see your nails, Jandy. I'm going to do this one. Hold on, she's got things falling. All right. Okay, so this one's got 2 weeks growth, so I'm going to do your 3-week growth, okay? Let's see here. All right, I'm going to zoom you guys in just a hair while I start, and I'll put that on for you. Okay. All right, I'm just going to remove the previous nail art, and we're going to keep some gel on the nail because we're just going to be doing a refill, or rebalance, I should say, since it's been 3 weeks. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. Ours was small, but it was nice. We had good food and nice little gifts, nice little personal gifts. We didn't go crazy, which was good. But I'd love to know what you guys got. If you got something special for Christmas, let me know down in the comments, because I would love to hear if you guys just kept it kind of nice and casual this year, or if you did a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to wait to get closer around that cuticle. I'll get a little closer over. We've got this big snowman here that's got to come off. I'll just kind of work at him real quick, so that way we got a flat surface. This was such a pretty Christmas manicure, though. Do you still hate to see it go? A little bit? But you're kind of ready for something new? Yeah. So what'd you get for Christmas, Jandy?
Car floor mat.
Well, for your new car, though, that's something special.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Car floor mats, and you're getting, are you getting the seat covers?
Yeah, but that's not a gift.
Oh, that's not a gift. Okay. That's just something you have to do.
Yeah. Tattoo.
Oh, you got a tattoo coming. Okay. Do you know what you're going to get yet?
Nope.
No? It's going to be a surprise?
Kind of.
Do you kind of know?
I gave him some ideas.
Oh, you did?
I don't know
Okay.
how much space I have left.
Ah. So he's going to pick the location?
He's going to fill in what's left on my sleeve.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's always exciting. More art, right? More fun art.
Tabitha said hi.
Hey, Tabitha. How was your Christmas or your holidays? Okay, I'm going to wait to get closer on that side, and I do see some lifting, but we'll come back and tackle that after we get all of our color removed here. I forgot that this one was a little thick. Like the, because we had the foil and stuff. We had the glitter underneath of the red. Jandy doesn't know what she's getting today either for her nail art. It's going to be kind of a wild card.
Mira and this for Brindley.
Hello, guys. Welcome on in. We are just getting started. I'm just removing her polish here from the last go round.
Camille said hi.
Hey, Canul. Okay, we're on our last finger to remove polish here. And I've got a good layer of gel still on the nail, which is perfect. So that way we can just rebalance and we won't have to do completely a whole new thing of gel. Just be rebalancing, which is always nice. I'm going to keep removing this layer as kind of nice and smooth as I can. I'm going to just kind of bend your thumb just a little bit. There you go. Whoop.
Trudy said hi.
Hello, how are you? There we go. Did you get any big gifts for anybody? Like, what'd you get for your mom?
Garden scooter cart thing.
Oh, so she didn't have to bend down?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. You need one of those.
So,
Yeah.
Victoria from...
Hey, Victoria, how are you? Yes. Okay, I'm just kind of taking this one down just a hair. Let's do this side. Okay, let me see how long these guys are.
Little bug said hi.
Hello, guys. Okay, I'm just taking these down just a hair, Jandy, okay? Okay, yeah, this one needs to come in too.
Little bug, where is your nail shop?
I am in Dallas, Texas, and I just work from home. That's a great question, though, huh?
The France said hi.
Hello, how are you? La France Dillard.
Victoria said I like nail art.
Me too. I love it. It's so much fun. And Jandy doesn't know what she's getting today. We're going to play a little game. And we're going to see what nail art she picks.
Kimberly.
So it should be a lot of fun. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? Okay, I'm switching bits. I'm going to put on my little mandrel here. And we're just going to kind of go around and touch up anywhere that we need to remove. If there's somewhere that looks like we've got polish still behind, well, this one doesn't look too bad, but if we had any kind of line that showed the separation for the new product, or for, not new product, that growth coming out on the last go round, I would want to remove that just so that way it looks real nice. And I'm taking away this polish. And whenever I come across it, I'll let you know if it looks like there's anywhere that product might be lifting. I'll show you guys. I would want to kick off. So anytime, if it's like a little lighter, do you see how this is just a tad bit lighter? If I just kick that off, then we can apply fresh and make sure that we've got a great hold, okay? So again, this is pretty nice back here where the new growth is coming out, but let me just clean that up just a hair. And that's all I'm focused on right now. Okay. We just even out the surface just a hair. And while I'm doing that, I'm just kind of checking to see if there's any hair that looks lighter that I might want to remove some polish. Or not polish, sorry, some gel. Okay, but they look pretty good. Let's get this one. Now this one's got an obvious start of that old product where it's grown out. So I'm going to go ahead and definitely take this down because I want it to be just seamless looking.
Kimberly said, I'm a fan. Nails are so pretty.
Thank you, Kimberly. Okay, kicking off that little loose amount of gel that was kind of hanging on there. And also there's some little red polish right in front of it. And I got that. So I'm going to turn her this way. And we'll get you just like this, Jandy.
Maria said hi.
Hey, Maria. And I'm just smoothing this out just a hair. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means because we're going to be putting gel on top. But it just kind of helps, right? Anywhere that you can kind of help yourself a little bit. Okay, let's get that red off of there. Again, it's got a really nice section back here where it's growing out, so we don't have to do too much there. And let me just hit this red on the side. Pulling that skin back. And right there, it's a little lighter in color. So I'm just going to kick that gel off. Okay. All right. Let's do your thumb. Okay. Again, we want to make this real nice so you can't tell where it's grown out. And as long as you keep doing that and you've got good adhesion from your gel, it'll just look really, really nice. And you can just keep rebalancing. Okay. Okay. Let's put this over here in this corner. I'm going to thin out this side just a hair. And just kind of run this across just to kind of shape it nicely. Take this down just a hair more. And I know I still want to go a little bit shorter, so I can do that now. Her thumb kind of grows fast. All right, good job, good job. All right, let's see. Let's get the cuticles pushed back and take a look at where we are. All right, guys, I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit closer. Now, Jandy has got some dry skin, and she has a tendency to pick at her skin. But we're going to kind of buff this out, so don't worry about it. Sometimes our clients do that. I think almost all but one of my clients does that. But I do have a client that was doing it, and she stopped. And her nails and skin look so beautiful ever since. So I'm very proud of her. So Jandy, you'll have to get better at it because that's your aunt that's doing a really good job at not picking at her skin. I know, I'm surprised too. They look lovely. Okay. Let's get skin pushed back. Get those cuticles lifted here. You don't do it on every finger, but you've got your fingers that you do it on. You need to get you a fidget spinner. You know?
I think I've got one.
You do have one?
I think so.
Well, get it out. You think so. See, that's the problem. You think so. Yeah, you need to get that out. Start spinning it. Yeah, I'm in Dallas, Texas. I work from home. I work part-time. This is kind of my part-time little job here. But it means a lot to me. So if I'm not working, I spend a lot of time researching and practicing and staying up on trends and trying new things and all that kind of jazz. But I love it. So if you're thinking about getting into it, definitely.
Asking about pushing the cuticles back. Is that good for the nails?
Oh,
Or it's
yeah.
painful?
No, it's not painful whatsoever. It's very good because you're kind of loosening up that cuticle. You know, it likes to get hung up on your nails and you're pushing it back. You're loosening that skin away from the nail. And then when we go to apply our gel, we'll get a really nice adhesion. So you see, Jandy's a little, there you go. I'm going to try to kind of hang her a little bit better for myself.
Arnell said hi.
Hello, Arnell.
What brand is your drill?
Mine is, it's a Kira Sky, the pink one, the pink Kira Sky. I really like it. I like this one, but I also like Cuba. Cuba's got some really, really nice ones. And right now I'm just kind of shaping it. I'm not trying to get it perfect. I just want to get it just a little bit even so that way whenever I go to apply the gel, we've got a nice foundation to be looking at just a little bit. And you don't have to do it before you apply the gel at all. You can still apply your gel and it looks, you know, and then just file last, which we could do that too. Either way, there's not a way that you have to do it. I just have like sometimes I like to do it before and sometimes I like to save it till the very end. I think it's a matter of, for me, I think it's a matter of if the nails aren't too far off of where I know I'm going, then I'm fine leaving them. If they kind of seem a little cattywampus, I like to go ahead and shape them just a wee bit, just so it looks pretty when we go to apply. Okay, we need to lift up this tip just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, let me look over here. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. So see how her nail grows down? And I'm just kind of lifting up this side just a little bit, okay? Just bringing it out more out straight. And then I'm just going to give it a little shaping here at the tip. Bring it in just a wee bit.
Mike says, are you sharpening the nails now? Sorry, I'm a man and I don't have any experience.
You're fine. I'm actually not sharpening them. I'm just kind of keeping them like a nice oval shape. And then we'll apply our gel next. But you can, it's really relaxing to watch, but you also learn a lot. So yeah, you'll have to stay tuned. It's fun to watch. But we do very similar for guys as far as shaping the nails and getting them nice and pretty. Lifted where we need to and evened out. I think all guys should go and get their nails done. I think it's a great practice. It makes you feel really good. Plus your nails look really pretty. Definitely every girl, because I think it'll make you feel good. Even if it's just a natural nail with a really pretty like strengthener on it, or pretty shine to it, or even a matte. Mattes can look really, really nice. We're going to keep these just very, very natural looking and oval shaped, okay? Let me get this one maybe just a little bit shorter. I feel like she's still a little lengthy.
Says my nails are way too short for this.
Mine are too. Do you see how short mine are? Mine are very short. I am going to be doing my nails tomorrow. We're going to be doing kind of a biob on them. I love biob. So.
Still be shaped.
Huh?
They can still be shaped.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can still shape them even though they're short. Mine are just right at the cusp of being a little bit longer than where my skin is. So I'm so excited about it. I kind of can't wait till they grow out a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna clean right by that cuticle and get that cuticle off the nail. So let me change bits here. I'm gonna go into my cuticle bit. which is just a nice little itty bitty bit. Put this on and we'll get up by the cuticles. Get a little closer. And I don't do like extreme cuticle work. So if you watch me, you'll know I do. I'm more a little bit more careful.
Mine are shorter than yours. Mine have no overhang.
Ah, well, do you have gel or anything on your nail? I've got a layer of gel on mine. I'm kind of trying to grow mine out. Just not long, but a little bit longer than where they are now. So I've got a nice layer of gel protecting them while they grow. And I'm just kind of cleaning up right now, just right around where that skin is. Just making sure we don't have any skin on the nail, okay? See how nice that looks? Let's get this one. And I'm on a speed of about 12,000 RPMs, but I'm like going very, very lightly, okay? Because I don't want to take a lot of her natural nail off. I'm just trying to take off that cuticle. And
I would like to try gel. This is very calming.
Yeah, it is very calming, isn't it? I love it. And we're also kind of just preparing that nail, okay, for our next gel layer. And as I'm going right up against this cuticle, I'm also kind of pushing it back just a hair. Because we just want to keep it off the nail while we work. Because that cuticle, believe it or not, it can reattach really quickly. It likes to be attached to your nail. Okay, I'm just going to turn you this way, Jandy. Just so I can get right up close. I'll go ahead and get right up close while you're still like this. Okay. And anywhere where we haven't touched that nail, and I'm making sure we get that.
Mabel, say hi.
Hi, Mabel. There we go. Okay. Let's go right up next to that cuticle. Kind of wrap up that nail that's just right back there. That's all that new growth. Okay, last one. On Jandy here, she likes to build up in these pockets on her thumb. She likes to build up skin, probably because she's always kind of picking at her skin.
It's sore.
Oh, let me turn your thumb. There you go. There you go. What'd you do to your thumb? From where you've been picking at it? Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm going to cover your skin. There we go. Okay. So we just barely roughed up that nail, which is perfect. We want it that way. And then just as a final go round, I'm going to go ahead and take my cuticle bit.
Sugar said hi.
Hey, Sugar. How are you? I'm going to go around her skin. Just on still the 12,000 RPMs. And let me get my little brush here and let's get you kind of wiped off as I go. There you go. Make it in the camera frame here. I was telling everybody earlier, if you got something cool for Christmas or for the holidays, you'll have to let me know. Because I would love to hear all about it.
One guy said it's midnight here and I'm trying to fall asleep. This
Aww.
is great for relaxing the mind. Thank you very much.
I'm so glad. Yeah, I've got a lot of videos on here. So if you need longer, pick a playlist and you can watch. It's usually pretty calm. Every once in a while we'll have the dogs act up, but hopefully they're tired tonight. Now I'm just kind of polishing her skin. And I'll polish under here. Polish where she's been biting at it. Or whatever she's been doing, picking at it. I'm going to pull her skin back. And this doesn't hurt at all. It's just kind of polishing the skin. Okay. Okay. And on this one, going over that cuticle, and it will just naturally, going over it will go ahead and take off some of the cuticle. And then we won't have too much to take off with our clippers or anything. And I'm just going very lightly. You can save it, this step, to do like after you finish the new gel that you're going to put on. On some people, I would recommend that. On Jandy, I already know that she's not going to get oily while we wait, and we rarely have any kind of problem with, creating more of any kind of, liquid or anything like that would be oily. So I'm not going to worry about that. But like I have a niece who her skin is just naturally very, very oily. So I like to do this part after I apply the gel, so that way we don't get any oil on the nail while we work. Okay, so let me show you what we got, and then we'll just kind of clip off anything that we need to. So that was pretty easy, huh? Okay, now let me get my clippers out, and we're gonna go in a little bit more detailed and get some of this cuticle off.
Carmela said hi.
Hello, Carmela. Okay, I gotta find my clipper. Here they are. Okay, let me see. Let me see what we got going on here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just one more time push this cuticle back. I just want to kind of take a look at it.
Try to stay awake before the gel is applied.
I know. I feel you. Okay, push this back. So now I told you guys I don't do extreme cuticle work, okay? So I know a lot of people get used to like the Russian manicures, and I think they're fine, don't get me wrong. It's just I normally do that style here so much, right? We can, but I don't. And for a couple reasons. Most of my clients don't like it because they would rather their little cuticles just be nicely, gently cared for. And a lot of people, like myself included, whenever I do cuticle work on myself, my skin gets very, very puffy. And I feel like a lot of people's do. So I don't want them to leave with puffy nails that look like they might be hurting or something. So we just won't be doing that. But if there's any skin, that can just be.
Sugar says mine does that too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, our skin gets, well, especially like we both have lupus or I should just say autoimmune diseases, because it could be any autoimmune disease. So our skin is already very, very particular about being messed with. Okay, let's get this one. Push this back. Her cuticles don't look bad though by any means. And sometimes we'll let them just kind of hang out for a while, and not be fooled with so much. I just wanted to make sure that that wasn't product or anything in there.
Sugar says you do an amazing job. Everyone you'll
Thank you,
love her.
Sugar. I appreciate it. I try. We're going to play a little game for her, so that should be fun. She's going to pick a number between 1 and 10, and I've got photos in my phone for inspo, and we're going to do freestyle. So, should be a lot of fun. Okay. Now we can apply our pretty builder because she's all ready for that. So let me back us up just a hair, and I'm going to go ahead and clean her nails off with just some swipe here. With my young nail swipe. And if you guys enjoy this kind of content, remember to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you can subscribe and follow. Would love to see you more often. I love seeing familiar faces, especially. And we all just kind of become like a little family over here. You'll get to know people, and you'll get happy to see them too in the chat. Okay. All right, I'm going to use my Zen. I like it a lot. So let me get my Zen opened. Oh, it kind of went a little crazy the other day. I had to travel, and it came out of its little nice little hole over here.
Are we keeping the length?
The length that it is right now, yes. Yep. Okay. Let me just kind of push that out the way. I'm going to use my Young Nails Protein Bond, and this is just going to help prepare the nail so we get really, really nice adhesion. And this you can use gel products or acrylic. If you use it with your acrylic, you're kind of using it you are using it in the place of your primer.
It says that's the favorite length on me.
Is it? Yeah, I like this length a lot. I wish I could grow my nails to this length. I don't know if I can or not. I've never been able to do it like naturally, but I'm going to keep a thin amount of gel on my nails, and we're going to see over the weeks, if I can, how long I can grow my nails out and how long it takes. Now on me, my nails take a long time to grow, so I don't anticipate it being real fast, but that's just me.
With the strengthening stuff, shouldn't it?
No, because my nails just take a while to grow.
Sugar says I can only grow a few nails that long, which is weird that only some are like that.
I know, isn't that crazy? But I can see though how, because my nails are also very different from nail to nail. So I can I totally get that. Okay, I'm just kind of shaping my brush. It already has a bit of gel on there. It had a little wild hair kind of flying off. It still has a wild hair flying off somewhere here. Just want to get that back in there. Okay. Alrighty, Jan, you ready? Okay, I'm going to zoom us in just a hair more. Let me get a nice thin layer. We're going to apply this as our base. And I am on the side here. I'm just being very, very careful not to get on the skin. And same on the back there. Just kind of keep it away from getting on the skin. And I'm applying pressure because I want to keep this base layer really nice and thin. Get the tip. Did I get that on your skin? Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, let me get a bigger scoop here. A little bit bigger. Okay. So I've got a pretty good size scoop. I'm going to go right on top here. Kick that off. Just kind of pillow it up by the cuticle just a little bit. And then we're going to swing it from side to side. I'm not going all the way over to the side. I go just kind of down the barrel of the nail. Okay. And then I want to make sure I've got the tip real good. I'm going to also grab my little fine detailer, and we're just going to kind of even this out. And I also want to make sure I pull some down on this side. So if you guys can see, hopefully. Let's grab a little bit more over here. And if you need more, just you can dip into your gel. I did like 4.
Okay, this is skill. Your fine motor skills are tuned nicely.
Just steady yourself. And I'm also watching my light from my lights above and just making sure they stay kind of nice and even, because then I'll know that my gel is even if my light stays even. Okay, again, just kind of pulling this down. Okay, I want to pull this back just a wee bit more. Okay, looks good. All right, Jandy, and the nuker. If you'll go in that nuker for like 15 seconds for me. And it's that easy. It's really pretty easy to work with the gel. But I will say, it also kind of does matter that the product that you're working with and knowing that product, because they each work a little different as well. Okay, let me see you, Jandy. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit more.
A minute.
Okay, she's telling me to hold on.
People are stupid.
Oh, people are being rude. Don't tell me that.
They're gonna get themselves.
Oh, you're not missing it. Don't worry.
Putting up with shit today.
Let me see you. They're being rude. Jandy's not in the mood for rudeness today, guys. Okay, doing the same thing on this nail. So I'm getting close over here and I'm just kind of scrubbing it in. It's my base layer. And going all the way across the nail here. Same thing over here. Get it as close as you can without touching the skin. Okay, I'm going to go in for a bigger dollop.
Gabriella said hi.
Hi, Gabriella. Okay, there we go. Let me kick some of this off my brush. I don't need quite that much. I don't think. We'll see. Sometimes it's very stringy. Jandy's moving around. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit more. I think I did need that little extra. Okay, I'm just kicking off my gel. I'm going to pillow it. Pillow it all around here.
What does the gel do?
The gel, it kind of makes sure, well, it's strong. It's very strong, or it can be strong, right? So it's going to protect your nail and help it to grow really pretty. But also, you can use it to extend, or you can use it, if you needed longer nails. This is just Jandy's natural nails, but it also just looks very pretty on the nail.
Sure, so the gel helps keep it flexible but hardens the nail
Yes,
too.
yes, it does. Yeah, it's got some flexibility to it. It's not, this one's actually a soft gel. JP's moving me just a little bit.
And soft gel and a hard gel.
Well, there's a couple differences. So usually soft gels can be filed off. Hard gels, you usually have to file them down, like how we did. Well, I usually do that whether it's soft or hard. I file it down, but you can't soak off hard gel. And then hard gel is harder, hence the name, and soft gel is softer.
Why would you use one over the other?
Because some people need a little bit more flexibility and some people don't need all that kind of strength. You know, definitely if you're going to extend the nail, you want a more firm gel because there's not a natural nail underneath there. Okay, I need to fix this tip just a little bit because I can see my light gets a little discombobulated down here. I'm going to just kind of go pull it back just a little bit. I can see it's like right in here. And I just kind of play with it until that light gets straight again. So I'm going to add just a wee bit more. I kind of cut myself short on this one. I thought I might be okay, but
God says my girlfriend is going to be amazed with me when I elaborate on my new nail
right.
knowledge.
She will be. She'll love it. Okay, we're just kind of, isn't this fun though? And I'll tell you truthfully, a lot of guys are really good at this because I feel like they're naturally really good at building things. Okay, that looks good. And the nuker for just like 10 seconds, Jandy. But yeah, guys are really good at it. I would even say, golly, there's so many great nail artists that are guys. A lot of the big ones.
Here says I'm not good at really explaining what I'm doing when I do my nails.
I know, me too. I'm like that too. It's kind of depending on like, yeah, what I'm doing, how focused I am. I'm not great at multitasking. Okay.
Rita says hi.
Hi, Rita.
Jude says hi.
Hello, Jude. Okay, I'm just working in this base layer. And again, getting it as close to the edge here by that skin as we can. Just kind of making sure I've got it all wrapped around. Then I'm going to go in for a bigger dollop here. We're going to put it on the nail. Just kind of kick that dollop off. And then I'm going to rock it up by the cuticle. And we're going to pull it down. The lighter you are on the surface, the easier it's going to be to move your gel around. However, sometimes, just kind of depending on how you're setting and stuff, you might not be able to see very well. So sometimes it's real easy to get like up in your gel.
Jude says, girl, you are slaying.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Ruby Tuesday, did you give her a manicure first?
Yes, we did. Now I don't do a wet manicure if you're thinking wet. I just I do dry manicures. I like dry. And dry manicures can also be called medical, because that's what they use for people who have like autoimmune diseases or diabetes. You can do pedicures that are dry and manicures that are dry if you wish. Either way.
Why?
What? Because it's more
For like people that-
sanitary.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm not saying that if you do a wet pedicure or manicure that it's unsanitary. It's just easier. You're going to have to really clean, your bowl and stuff, make sure it's cleaned all the time and after each person and things like that.
Sugar
And
says I'm afraid I won't get the sides very good and make the sides even.
okay, and the nuker. Oh, really? Just keep your sides really thin. That's like the biggest tip I can recommend. To keep your sides thin.
Madison said, "Are you doing a design?"
We are. She doesn't know what she's getting yet. That'll be the next thing. She'll pick a number 1 through 10, and there'll be an inspo pick for us, and we're going to freestyle. So it should be really fun. She's done this once before, and we enjoyed it a lot, and liked the way the manicure came out. So we figured we would do it again. She's just kind of ready for a new design. She had a lot of Christmas nail art because I was using her every time we wanted to do a design. We had fun.
Got spoiled with.
Yeah, we did. We had a
changing.
lot of fun. Yep. I did my nails the other day, and I did a little video for so we've got like a members only group thing, and you can check it out. It's on my page here on YouTube, and I did a members only video where I did my nails, and for the color I mixed some different gel polishes to create the color, but I wasn't a huge fan of how it came out. Like the color, I mean, I liked the color, but the next day there was a polish that I had used that I just didn't like how it was settling. Actually, I think that video went, the members had access to it first for like 24 hours, and then it went to everybody. So actually, I think it's up on my page still. You can check it out.
Jude says I'm a nail tech beginner, so I'm still learning from other techs, and I'm learning a lot from you right now.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, Jude, I still consider myself a beginner, believe it or not, just because there's so much to learn. And I feel like it takes a few years, to really run into several different experiences to know what questions that you might have or what things that you might need to learn. Okay.
Leslie said, "What happened to your pointer nail?"
Yeah, I don't know.
Jenna said hi.
Hey, Jenna. Okay, I'm just kind of pulling this down the side. Just pull it all the way through. And I want to go pull it on this side. I think I pulled too much, so I'm going to pull back just a little bit. Check my light. My light looks good. Okay, Jandy, and the nuker.
Jude said I'm going to sub to you and going to learn more from
Oh,
you.
perfect. Thank you, Jude. Yeah, I've learned a lot through my journey too. And I started filming myself back when I very, very first started nail school. So it goes all the way back, and I just share where I am in my journey, wherever that may be.
Mitzi and Juliet said hi.
Hi, Mitzi and Juliet. How are you? Okay, got one more finger. And then we get to the fun nail art part. All right, let me get your finger in the photo here. Okay. So again, I'm just going to scrub in this base layer. Get it as close as we can to the skin. If you pick up a hair along the way, just fish it out. It happens. Is Sugar still in here? I had
Yeah.
Sugar, if you're able to answer, I was wondering if your daughter enjoyed her Christmas. Did she get what she wanted?
Evan said this is so relaxing.
Thank you, Evan. Okay, I'm getting a good size scoop here. And we'll kick this off. And let's start kind of over here. I'm going to push this bag by the cuticle. Just kind of pillow it. I'm going to rotate her finger.
Sugar says she got a good amount of what she wanted, so I think she had a great one.
Good, good.
Evan says, I'm confused. Is this nail polish or something else?
Oh, this is gel polish. So close. Yeah, we're just kind of creating like a nice protective layer on her natural nails. And so I'm building it up just a little bit. And as we build it up, I'm pulling it down.
Jude said, I looked on your channel and your nails that you do are awesome.
Aw, thank you, Jude.
Sugar said this is called soft gel.
Yes, this is soft gel. It's very, very pretty, huh? And then I'm just going to kind of pull it through the tip. Make sure I've got the sides of my nail nicely covered, the free edge here.
Sandra said hi.
Hello, Sandra. How are you? Okay, I'm going to pull some more down this side.
What product are you using in this moment?
Yeah, I'll
Also
show you.
soft
It's
gel.
called Zen, and I get it from my local nail supply. And it's, I think the full name is Kazen. It's from Korea. It's a gorgeous builder gel. Okay, let me see how the light's doing on your nail. Okay, looking pretty good. I do need to add a little bit more. I can tell right in here. So I'm just going to kind of put it there and just lightly drag. If you're looking at my light, how the light reflects on that surface.
This is just for balance and structure.
Yes. And to shape, get your architecture in there. Your nail architecture. I'm having trouble saying it myself. Okay, Nuke.
Builder gel?
Yes. Builder gel. Yeah, so it's called Kazen, and this is Apricot Blossom number 4. They've got a website too that you can get it from. You can also get it from Nails Plus in Richardson, and I think it's online. I think it's, well, you can go Nails Plus and you'll see the online shop. They've got really, really nice gels there. I like them a whole lot. Okay. Let's get my brush put up because we should be done with that. If you'll go back in there, Jandy, for an additional 30 seconds, and then you should be good. Okay, so I'm just kind of wiping my brush off just to get the bulk of it off. It still has gel on it, so I'm just going to kind of pull it back into like a little point, okay? And then that brush is all ready to go for next time. I just store it in one of the little things that the brushes come in. And then I keep it in the dark so that way the gel doesn't ever cure on my brush. So that goes in my drawer. Easy, easy peasy stuff. Okay, let me get my swipe back out. This is going to clean the tacky layer off her nails. Okay, and then we can start shaping. Shaping that nail to give her a good architecture here. Make sure everything is nice and smooth. Okay. And you don't always have to file this step. You could buff it, just kind of buff the surface out, as long as you applied it really, really straight. But I like to go around it with my e-file just to make doubly sure that it's nice and even everywhere and that I like the structure that we put in. And that's just me kind of being picky. All right, I'm going to get my e-file back out here, change bits again. I'm going to go back into my sanding band. And let me get this on. I'm going to do 15,000 RPMs.
Evan said, how long do these take to set?
Oh, that's...
And how long do they last?
Yeah, I should have told you. So, you know, when you heard me telling her to go back in the, I was telling her to go into a light or a lamp for like 60 seconds or 30 seconds. It just takes 60 seconds for that product to dry or to harden, to cure is what they call it, curing. But so it's all
a UV or?
Yeah, a UV. It's a LE. Goodness, a UV LED lamp is what will cure that product.
Should zoom out just a bit.
Yeah.
And how long do they last?
These will last up to, gosh, well, I mean, she usually gets hers done again every 3 weeks. So that growth that we started at the very, very beginning of the video, that was after 3 weeks. And I think it was kind of around about here where you could see where we had left off before. And so now we just kind of, you know, cleaned that off, rebalanced her with our gel. And now I'm just going to go in with my e-file again and just make sure we've got a really, really pretty slender nail that looks real nice, but still has that strength, you know? So I'm just kind of shaping her out here. I like to keep my tip pretty thin, so, and keep my apex up as high as we can get it. Or as high as we can leave it, I should say. Okay, let me take a look sideways, Sandy. There you go. Okay, let me see. So I'm just kind of keeping it nice, making sure it's even. And then I'm just going to go, because I kind of came down the nail long ways, I'm just going to run right back across it, make sure it's smooth. Let's kind of narrow this out just a wee bit. There we go. Okay. There. And we just do the same on each one. And I'll show you what I do at the very end just to make sure we've got it nice and even everywhere. And I go down the sides here of her nail just to make sure we don't look fat. Because sometimes that gel can build up and it can, or well, gel or acrylic, whatever you're applying, and it could look a tad bit fat. Say it again.
Sugar says she'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, no problem, Sugar. You know, you do what you need to do. That goes for anybody. You can always just kind of have me on in the background. If you need to lay down, gotta go to sleep, and leave me running. I've got a lot of playlists over on my channel too. So you can always listen if you like to kind of listen to it and fall asleep. I do. As long as it's somebody kind of calm. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people be kind of crazy and I can't sleep with it, but I like it when it's nice and calm. It is kind of ASMR-ish, isn't it? Okay. I'm just going to run this back across horizontally so that way it leaves us with a really nice finish, okay? We're still going to buff the nails out right before we do our nail art, but just that way you guys get a really good idea of what you want it to look like and the different steps. I know a lot of people will show you the kind of the quick way of getting there, but I like to see the whole thing so that way I have a really good understanding myself. That's how I learned. Because in school, unless you have a really good teacher, it's kind of hard to learn of nail stuff because you're spending so much of your time learning the rules and how to keep stuff clean and hygienic and everything that you don't get to spend a lot of time, on the littler things like this that you're going to be doing every day. Okay. Get this tip thinner here. Bring this in a bit.
Shizuka said, can you make a matte finish on the nails?
I can, and depending on what number, so she's about to pick here in a minute. She's gonna pick a number 1 through 10, and I've got photos in my photo gallery on my phone, which I'll show you guys, of inspo pics, and then whatever we get from that inspo, whatever it shows us, we're gonna do something similar but put our own spin on it. I thought that would be a lot of fun. And I'm just going to kind of take a quick look at the nails and see if I want to shape any of them with my e-file. And I'll go ahead and do that. That's what I'm doing right here. Let's get this one just a tad bit.
Says, I have a question. How do I take off these nails?
Yeah, so you take them off a little bit differently. This particular gel that I used here can be soaked off. So you would just soak it off with some acetone for about 15 minutes. And that's all you need to do. And you just kind of scrape and peel it. But I like to use my e-file. So that's why in the beginning, if you go back to the beginning, you'll see that the nails that she had, even though it was the same gel, or actually I think that was a different gel. I think we used a different gel last time. But either way, it is also a soak off gel. But I don't soak them off. I just use my e-file because it's faster, and I personally like it better. I am allergic to acetone, so anytime that I can avoid working with acetone, I do. But it's taught me to learn some new skills, right? Like being really careful with the nails whenever I am filing off the soft gel or hard gel, whatever product I'm applying. I'm always thinking about her natural nail as I'm going because I want to keep that in very, very good shape. So even if tomorrow, if she decides she doesn't want to have anything on her nails, which I have clients that do this to me from time to time, but they'll decide like, I'm kind of done for right now. I just want to go naked. She'll still have nice nails, and she won't have to worry about them being extremely, extremely flimsy.
Joanne, why do the nails look pretty dirty? I guess maybe dusty. I don't know.
Oh, just because I'm filing and product is coming off. Yep. Because we're removing product, so that product has to go somewhere, so it kind of crumbles and it becomes dust.
That's what your dust thing caught most of them.
Yes, our dust collector caught most of it, but I should have left it out here while I'm still shaping the nail. But I
Thank you.
You're welcome. There we go. And I'm right now, when I go under like this, I'm just kind of thinning out that tip a little bit more.
I'm actually learning a lot.
Good. I'm always happy to help. So if you ever have any questions, you're welcome to. My email is always on my page as well, and you're always welcome to reach out and email if you have any questions or problems. Or you can always find me over on Instagram or Facebook, whatever you do, whatever you like to do, and you can always message me there too.
No dumb questions.
No, there is no dumb question. I would say no rude questions. Of course, Jude is not going to ask a rude question. But you know what we're saying. You know there's trolls. You know the trolls. Okay.
If you don't know something doesn't mean it's a dumb question.
Yes.
Wouldn't
Okay, we're going to get her wiped down with that swipe again, just removing all that dust.
Evan
Right.
said, wouldn't it be easier to trim and file them first, then add that base gel polish and leave it as that?
Well, what happens, you know, that gel that we added, it's a little bit thicker, and I like to go around the nail just to make sure that it wraps around the whole natural nail, but it will add bulk, and it also can become misshapen. So yes, there are ways that you can apply it and be more careful to get it perfect, so you can kind of limit that filing. But the way I am, if something has to be filed, if it's not really, really nice, I'm going to file it again. So it's perfect, you know what I mean? Or perfect, at least to my eyes, right? Because everybody's idea of perfect is a little bit different. Okay. But a lot of people also, they'll wait till the very end, you know, before they do the finished file. So there's really no right or wrong way. Okay, I'm going to kind of fill.
Okay, Jude has to go.
Okay, Jude, thank you for popping in and thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. We'll see you again, okay?
Shizuka said, can you stop at this, or do you have to add more polish?
No, you could stop right there and top coat it. I'll show you what it would look like. So you could do a matte top coat and it'll just continue to look like this. Or you could do a shiny top coat and it would look like, I mean, personally, I think the matte is gorgeous. And there's a client of mine that she likes her nails just left matte because she thinks they look really, really natural. But if you top coated it,
Evan said, I like the pink gel as it looks like natural nails.
I know it does, doesn't
so
it?
could you leave it the pink gel on?
Yes, you could leave it. Yeah, that's what I do on my nails a lot of the time because that's what I like.
Coat?
I like the top coat just because it looks really shiny. Looks very healthy. You see, I mean, this looks healthy too. It's just this one shiny.
So cute as matte.
Yeah, I like it that way too. Yeah, my client that she's an older person and she just started leaving hers matte and she loves them. She loves that they look really natural. Okay, Jandy's gonna pick a number and we're gonna see what nail art inspo we're gonna have. Let me get my photos pulled
the
up.
Original gel you added, it looks great.
Yes, it does look good, doesn't it? She is all ready. So, Jandy, these are our nails that are going to be our inspo for nail art.
I'm not looking at them.
And Jandy, there is 10 photos.
Okay.
So you're going to pick 1 through 10. Okay. She picked 4. Okay, let's go back to the beginning.
I didn't know you were done showing them. Yeah, 4.
Okay, that's
Number
1,
4.
2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, she picked a hard one.
Oh.
No, it's okay. We can do it. They're very cool looking, aren't they? And I've got the artist is on here too. If you guys ever want to look back and find who the artist is, you can find her over on Instagram. All right. I'm going to put that to the side. I'm just going to use a little buffer. I'm just going to kind of buff this out because it'll give us a really nice smooth surface for our color.
Precious said yes. I was so hoping.
It's very cool. I love that photo. That's going to be our inspo. So I'm not going to do exact because I think this particular artist, she didn't really show exactly how she did it. So we're going to do our version of it. But I think it'll be very, very pretty. I picked, like, when I grabbed these photos, I picked some of my favorite nail designs over the last couple weeks.
Shizuka, she picked the one I wanted.
Ah, good. Good. Maybe we will all learn something then. Because I've never even tried to do this. So it's going to be kind of guessing. But I think what I'm going to do is use chromes to get the color. I think clean her off one more time. And yes, it's a lot of the way I do nails. It's a lot of filing and a lot of buffing, and but I like it like that. They come out really, really pretty. And she's got time with me, so Jandy's patient. Just make sure you get all that dust off.
Why?
Because it'll get in your polish. You don't want that. Unless you want dust in your polish, Jandy.
Here,
huh?
It won't adhere well.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, right. But it would adhere to your gel. The dust would. Yeah, they look very, very pretty. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Okay, let me grab some. Let me think. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to top coat all these with a shiny top coat. And then I'm going to grab my chromes. Because chrome powder only sticks to a nice slick surface. So we need to make her nails slick.
Shizuka says, I'm not here to learn because I'll never get my nails done, but I'm enjoying the process.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm just kind of capping that free edge. Okay, let's get this one. Jandy, you want to see the inspo pic or? No, she's not going to see the inspo pic. She's going to wait till the end. Jandy makes it really fun. Okay, trust the process. All right, this one. I'm running out of my top coat. I ordered a new one, but it hasn't come yet. May have to go to the supply store and get one, which it wouldn't hurt to have another top coat nearby. Always. In case you get glitter or something in it. Okay, cap that free edge. Okay. This should be fun for all of us. Because I did love this design. Every time I've seen it, and I've seen it a couple times come across my feed, and I've been like, oh my lord, it's so pretty.
So shiny.
Isn't it? Aren't
Lily
they pretty?
said hello.
Lily, hello. And Jandy, you'll go, after I finish this nail, you're going to go in the light for 60 seconds. And while she's doing that, I'll grab my chromes and we'll get those kind of on standby here by us so that way we can dip in them. So it's going to be, it looks like it's going to be kind of like rainbowing the chromes. Okay, in the nuker? Okay, let me go behind. How long? Oh, for 60 seconds.
Okay.
60 seconds. Okay, let's see. I've got an orange. So there's an orange chrome. I've got kind of a, this one's just kind of a nice mermaid. That's kind of a white mermaid. I've got some blue. I've got rose gold, gold, purple. Let's put these over here so we can kind of pick from them. And let me see what else I've got color-wise. I've got another palette. Here it is. I was going to say, I know I've got another palette somewhere. Here we go. Okay, guys. So I know I want to use silver and gold because that's in our photo. So we've got silver and I've got gold. So we'll put that right there. I know I want to use this orange kind of color because we've got that in the photo. And then there's like a hot pink, which...
Will it look metallic?
Yes, yes. Let me think I'm not sure which pink I want to go with yet. There's also kind of this pinky purple. We might use that one. I think that one might be really pretty. We'll use the rose gold. And then for blues, these two are very similar. Here, we'll go with this one. And then that one's also very similar. Okay. That one isn't quite right. It's not quite bright enough. Okay, I think we'll go with these. I think I'll get the mermaid one out the way. And we'll just stick with these. Okay, so let me get me a little bitty brush so that we can use it as we apply. And I'm just going to use like a brush that you would use for your eyeshadow. Okay, I have like a ton of them. I'll get a couple of them out because...
Do you need a green, like a dark green?
Yes, I've got a green right here. Yep. These aren't my favorite chromes, so, but I've got at least the color, you know what I mean? But these ones I like a lot. So let's start with, I think I'm going to start with the silver and gold first. So let me see your hand, Jandy. Put your hand out here for us. Okay, just like that. Okay. Let me open up my powder here. Do you guys need to zoom in or anything? Or are you pretty good where you are? Here, I'll kind of zoom in just a hair. Okay, I'm going to dip into my chrome powder. Okay, just get a little bit on here. And then we can kind of start. And I'm just going to put it in different spots. So I'll put it there. Let's maybe put it over here. That one's not really staying on there that well. It did on this one. Let's try to wipe this off with our little... Sometimes if there's anything that is... It likes a really slick surface. So sometimes if there is any kind of dispersion layer, it doesn't want to stick. So if that happens, it's probably because there's something on that nail that it doesn't like. See how that's much better? Okay. Let's put this one here. Maybe we'll get it kind of pop it off there. Let's do up here. And on the thumb, let's do, how about just right in here.
Oh, that's pretty.
I know, right? It doesn't like that spot right there on my thumb. So I'm going to wipe this off again. Get it squeaky clean. Let that alcohol dry. It only takes a second, but let that dry. And then let's go back on. Okay. All right, then I'm going to reach into my, let's do gold next. Isn't this really, really pretty? Okay, let's get our gold.
Squeak literally.
I know, it does squeak literally. Okay, I've got some gold here. I'm just going to just kind of just put it on. And I'm just kind of trying to put it in different spots. Get some back here. Let's get some back here. If you run into that problem where it doesn't like something, you want to wipe it off with your alcohol wipe. Let that dry and then go back again. I know the gold is gorgeous. The gold's one of my favorites, personally. But I'm a gold kind of girly. Let me rub that in a little bit better. There we go. Let's do over here. Let's get back there a little bit. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. Okay. Oh, I got too much gold on my brush. Okay, let's do gold right here. Okay, now I'm gonna put my gold away. We're gonna go into the orange because I think that orange also looks very metallic-y. It's just kind of like almost like a different color of gold, an orangey gold. Okay, let me try this again.
Do you have something like a metallic black?
I don't actually, but I wish I did. But I'll have to look for that next time whenever I go shopping because that sounds gorgeous. Okay, let me look and see if this is. I like that. Okay. It's different. Uh-oh. It's okay if you get it on our skin because we can get it off when we need to. Okay. And I just kind of trying to get it. If it covers up another color, it's okay because we'll fix it where we need to. Let's put a little bit more on this tip. There we go. And thumb. Let's put right back here.
It kind of looks like rose gold.
It does, doesn't it? We've got a rose gold too, which will be gorgeous. Okay. Now, if, like I said, don't worry, it's just pigment. So if you get it on the skin, it's not going to do anything. It's just powder and it washes off. So no worries. Okay, but I can dust some of this off here because I really went nuts on her thumb. Let me see if I went nuts anywhere else. A little bit on this one. Really nuts on this one. And I'm just kind of brushing it off her skin, guys. So we're going to leave everything else. All the shiny is going to stay. Okay, next one. I think I'm going to go with, ooh, what do I want to go with next? Let's go with our rose gold next. Okay, so this one's rose gold. I might have to do this one a little bit more sparingly. I'm not going to be able to get in. Well, what we'll do is I'll do my rose gold and then we'll, I'll just kind of put it everywhere that doesn't have somewhere yet. And then we'll put another layer of our, that didn't want to stick too well, another layer of clear on top. And then we'll add some more colors. I think that'll be really pretty. Gives us a very, very metallic-y base.
Makes the skin shimmer.
It does, doesn't it? It's a lot of fun. Now, another way that you could have done this too is you could have used a black polish underneath this color, or underneath these the colors that we're using. And I think that would have been really, really pretty too. Just kind of make it pop just a little bit more. But I kind of like this kind of metallic-y look that we're getting. But I'm going to put this everywhere that doesn't have somewhere, or that doesn't have a color. And then we're going to go, that's pretty. Okay, let me add a little bit more right here. Okay, in the nuker, Jandy, if you would please. She's just going to go in the nuker just for like, we'll do 30 seconds. That'll give me enough time. And then we've got the colors left. I want to do green and I want to do that blue. So green and blue will be what we've got left. And then when she comes out, we're going to I'll just kind of gently dust her off, and we're going to put on a base coat and then another shiny top coat. And the base coat's just going to be because I want to make sure that everything holds on really, really nicely. Okay, there you go. Oh yeah, that's super pretty. All right, this is just regular base coat that I'm going to be using. And we're just going to put a nice little layer. Get it around the free edge. And we're doing this just because right now sitting on the top of her nail is just that chrome powder. So it won't be a good adhesion if we just go on top of that with our shiny top. But if we do a little bit of base first and then we do our shiny top, then we've got a nice layer to grab hold of everything. Okay, and the nuker, Jandy, just for 30 seconds. Okay, I wiped off my brush and it's going to go back in my base. Let me get my top coat ready. Okay, I'm ready when you are, Jandy. Isn't that so pretty? Look how that looks. Oh my goodness. Oh, I would wear that right there. Okay, this is our shiny top coat. And I am going to wipe my brush off before it goes back in my bottle. Because otherwise it'll have the little glitters on it. Sorry guys, the dogs were wanting to bark. Jandy had to tell them no. No barking. Did I do this one? Do you remember?
Don't know. What's the difference between a top coat and a base coating?
Yep, the base coat is gonna it's not gonna be shiny on top, and it's gonna have some grab to it, like a little bit of a tacky surface. And this top coat is gonna be nice and slick. So it's gonna be perfect for those powders. That's why we're doing the top coat again, because we want to add 2 more colors. And I want it to have a nice slick surface. Okay, and the nuker, Jandy, just for like 1 minute. Okay, while she's doing that, I'm going to get my colors ready. Green or blue next? Maybe blue, and then we'll do the green. Sounds pretty good. Or no, we'll do green first. How about that? Green's already ready. Let me load my little brush up here. So I'm just kind of putting some on there. I don't want to put way too much, just a little bit. She's got 20 more seconds. Let me see. We came out a little bit before, but we're okay. Okay, because I put, if you remember, I put the rose gold kind of wherever it didn't have somewhere. So I'm going to focus on wherever I see the rose gold, and I'm going to kind of cover that just a tiny bit. Okay, just a little bit. And same on each of these. So where the rose gold is, I'm just going to add a little bit of the green. I feel like the green's not showing up as well as the others. You can see it a little bit, not as much. Okay, focus on the rose gold. Yeah, it's not as vibrant as, that's why you remember me telling you guys I wasn't crazy about this particular chrome. That would be why, because it's just not as.
That looks like an eyeshadow palette.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it kind of works like an eyeshadow palette. It's not as bright as those other ones that I love so much. But it's okay. I'm just gonna kind of let it have a tint of the green. Hopefully the blue one will be a little bit better. I think it might, because of the brand. I think we'll get a little bit more from it. There we go. Just a little bit of pop. And now let's do our blue. I'm a little more hopeful with this blue. And I think I'm going to kind of keep it.
Nails by Sandra said,
Hey, Nails by Sandra, how are you? That's pretty. It actually didn't come out blue, but it's got like, do you see that little shininess that it left on the nail? So I'm not going to put it everywhere, but I am going to focus kind of where we put down that green. It's really pretty, very different. Let's do back here. And maybe coming just right across. I must have had, see, I think I did actually. Let me show you guys something here in a second. I had black back behind this particular blue color on the little sample swatch that I did. So that's why it came out a little bit more. But this is really, really pretty. I feel like I need, okay, we need something else though. Go ahead and set this, Jandy, if you would, under that nuker for just a second. I'm going to go back into my base. Okay, let me see you. There you go. Okay, I'm going to go back into my base. I'm just going to put a little bit of base just right on the nail, just not much, just a little bit. We're going to add a little bit of glitter.
Not seeing the blue at all.
I know. It's because, let me show you. I know why it is. Remember I said like in the beginning, if you do black back behind, it comes out darker. And I wasn't sure exactly how dark I wanted these. So that blue just didn't, you can see it didn't really come across at all. But it did put a shininess. Do you see like a pearl kind of pearlescent look that I like? But what I want to do now is go in with some glitter, and we're going to put some little slivers of glitter that are in some different colors here. Let me find them. Get our little secret glitters going on here. Here we go. I got them now. And these come from MJ over at Vibe Nail Lounge. Has some really pretty, she buys from Gemini Cosmetics a lot. And they've got these little aura flakes. Do you see how they're really pretty and bright and stuff? So I think we'll use some of these in those colors that we wanted to really pop out. Let me kind of pick and choose which ones I want to use. I think I want to use those. Okay, because I feel like we've got a good amount of gold. But let's do that blue that we wanted. Get that one out. These are called Faith and Blessings. Do you see how gorgeous that is? It's from Gemini Cosmetics. And we just want a little bit. I don't want to overload it, but what I'll do is just kind of dip in here, get a little bit on my brush, and put it on there. Do you see that? Probably you don't see it as well as I do yet. Now do you see? We'll just kind of do that with the different colors. Just adding like a little bitty bit.
Morwenna, can I recommend that you order the stickers you put on your fingers to stop paint from going on them? It's safer for the skin.
We didn't get paint on her nails. Are you thinking of the powder? The powder it's just chrome powder. It doesn't cure or anything. It doesn't have anything toxic in it. And then this is just glitter. So it's kind of, doesn't have anything that she needs to be worried about. Well, the other's just glitter too. It's just micro glitter, I should say. There we go. Okay, just a little bit of that. And I want to also do the purpley pink color. Yeah, definitely. If you're not good at staying away from the skin with your gel, you can always use whatever works for you. I just like being careful with it. Okay, I'm gonna dip in. This is my pinkish purple, and I'm just gonna hit it just in a few spots. Oh, that's really pretty. Maybe a little bit more, and on the tip. Oh, I love that. Okay. And then this just sits down really, really low on the nail, so we can just do a top coat. And we get a little bit of this purple pink on the tip. I feel like you guys aren't seeing it as well as I am. But I'll show you. We'll get a good shot here in a minute if you can't see it very well. I think that's all I'm going to put on that one. And then this one, let me put a little bit over here on this side. And a tiny bit at the tip.
She just said it's so cute.
Isn't it? It's really pretty. I love it. It's very, very pretty. Very metallic. And this, guys, I think that's all of the glitter I'm going to use. Just that pink and that blue color that we use, that bluish purple. Okay, let me get these up. We're going to get these top coated. Yeah. Oh, those are really, really pretty. Let me turn your hand this way, see if they can see it a little bit differently. Can you guys see it very well? I don't know that it's coming across as well. Well, let's get it top coated and then we'll take a look. I feel like sometimes I'm playing with that light. I'm like, why aren't you capturing what I'm seeing? There's so much fire in it. It's really, really, really pretty. Okay. And as I put our last top coat on here, I'm just kind of pulling her skin if I need to. There's a little hair right here. There we go. Just so I can get up around everything, get that free edge. I'm sealing in my glitter. Okay, let's do this one. Oh, that's so pretty. I love these. So what I would do, if you want something that's going to be closer to, let me show you that picture again, guys. Closer to that picture, because I feel like that picture, they must have had a black underneath on the very bottom of the nail. Just a full black color. So that's what I would do if you're going to do this. If you're going to try something similar, I would put black at the very, very bottom. If you want it to look like that photo that we had for the inspo. But otherwise, I really like this. Okay, and the nuclear Jandy. Let me show you the picture again. So theirs are like very, very brightly colored, which I didn't have that bright of chrome, but we got it as close as we could using what we had, which was my goal. They're so pretty. But I like what we got. I'm going to try to get you guys a good image here. If I can't get a good image on this video, then I'll get a good shot. And you can always go back on my feed and look and see how they came out. Sometimes you got to play with the lighting. I'm going to try to do that now.
Evan says, iridescent look. Looks 80s. I think you've done a great job.
Yes,
Very
80s.
cool, like a marble.
Very cool. Good,
Sugar
good, good.
says that looks cool.
Okay, let me see you, Jandy. Okay, yeah, you guys can see it better in this light. Do you see that flash that we have? Now, I'm seeing a lot more color in the flash, so let me do a different lighting and see if you guys can see. Hold on. I'm playing with my little lights. Well, it's kind of hard to see because I'm getting a lot of greens and blues popping at me, which is gorgeous. Let me see if I need one more top coat. I don't. It's really, really nice. Okay, let's clean her up. And her nails are very goldy girl. Okay, let's get you cleaned up, Jandy, and then we're gonna do. Let me get you cleaned up. Get this stuff off.
More silver speckles.
More silver. I did like that silver a whole lot. And actually, you can see a lot of the silver in those little flakes that we put in. I'm getting a lot of silver in those flakes. Okay, let me get her cleaned off. Get that powder off. Although we love the extra glitter on the skin. Anytime. I'll get a good picture though in a light that really shows the colors, guys, because they really, really are pretty. But if you want darker, I would do something similar and just do black on the very, very bottom. I like these though. Okay, I'm going to take my file again. I'm just going to kind of go around one more time because we've got that top coat on here. I say one more time, but it's actually going to be two more times. I want to go this way, then out that underside as thin as we can get it. Okay, let's get this one. This just kind of makes it look extra sharp because believe it or not, those layers of top coat and base and stuff, it changes the shape, oddly enough. Okay. And here in a second, after I do this, I'm going to turn her to her client profile and we're going to look and see what she's going to be looking at and make sure it's a nice shape from her angle. Because I can look at these all day long and get them right, like from if I'm looking at them from this direction, but she's got another profile, another way that we need to make sure that they look really good. And that's her profile, what she sees, right? Let me get this light changed again. Well, There we go. We'll just leave on this one. It's so pretty. That one's probably not the best light, is it? Let me change this one. Okay. They're very, very metallic-y. Okay, now I'm just going to look from her profile.
It's very so cute. It's pretty.
It really is. It really is. Just looking from her profile, making sure everything also looks good from her direction. And when she's looking at her nails. Okay, let's look at this one. Just to come in a tad more here. I want to get this tip a little bit better. There we go. And I'm just keeping it a very, very natural shape.
Sandra's is super cute. Love the metallic look.
Thank you, Sandra. I do too.
Evan
It's so
wants
pretty.
to see it in natural light.
Oh yeah, that. You know what, Evan? That's great because I think it will actually be prettier in the natural light. Wait, I need to look from your angle. Okay, let me get in the screen here best I can. Okay, looking good, looking good. All right, I'm going to do some cuticle oil real quick on her. I'm going to pull back just a hair. Okay, let me grab my cuticle oil. I've got my little wax right here. We'll do the wax. Cuticle wax.
Will filing now affect the finish?
Oh, no, not unless you file really, really hard. I always do a finish file after I put on my top coat. I think, Evan, that was a great idea about in the natural light because I do think you're going to see it differently. Because I see it a lot. I'm seeing a lot more flash of colors.
Edith?
Is she getting in trouble? Oh, she's not good. Miss Edith.
Cares. I think she just likes to see
what
Nico.
What's going on.
Because he doesn't run off.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to go around her nails, guys. And this one, she might have some chrome powder that's going to stay on her nail for a day until she does a couple washes because I really went to town.
What is the name of this wax
powder
you're using?
Oh, yeah, I'll show you. So it's for your cuticles. It's just like a cuticle oil, but it's a wax. And hang on. And it's by Madame Glam. It's called Nourish Me. Okay, I'm going to put us in natural light here. Jan, do you want to come over here real quick and I'll get you under this lamp?
So it looks very hydrating.
It does, doesn't it? It's real nice. Okay, I'm going to kind of move us. Let's see if you'll come right here. Okay, here she is. There we go. Kind of see that? Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. I love it. Where's she going? You can see a little bit more silver here. But yeah, it's really pretty. I like it here. You can really see that purple and blue. Okay, that's good, Jandy. This one's got like natural light. I think that one's got more like of a really, really bright light. Yeah. Okay. I love them. Let me show you guys the inspo pic again. So little different, but very, very similar. This one's got a lot more color. I do see now looking at it, do you guys see the black underneath there? So she put black on the very, very bottom. But I like both ways. This one's super duper bright. The other one's very, very metallic. So I like them both ways. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I will see you very, very soon. And I hope you have a good evening. You guys are the best. Love you guys. And I will see you soon. All right. Bye bye.